Hello, I'm Nellie from Ellie and Mac. I'm here to show you how to find your base size. In our last video, we talked about how to find your measurements for your upper bust and your full bust, and the measurements you would need if you're going to need an FBA. This time, we are going to talk about using those measurements to find your base size. For this, we are going to need just two measurements, our upper bust and our full bust. We are going to subtract those amounts. You're going to subtract the full bust from the upper bust. That's going to give you the difference between, obviously, your upper bust and full bust. If that difference is 2 inches or more, you need to take a look at the size chart and see if your upper bust and your full bust fall into two different sizes. This used to be kind of a complicated process, but Lindsay has made it easier. She has been working so hard to bring us a fabulous new curvy fit size chart. Okay, let me amend that. This chart is not new. This is the same chart we've always been using. It has just had a little something added. Okay, I want you to take a look at this. We have an above bust section. Bust, waist, and hips. This above bust or upper bust section is going to be so fantastic with helping us find our base size. You're going to love it. All right, so we need a 2-inch difference between our upper bust and full bust, as we had just discussed. And then you're going to take a look at the size chart and compare the size that you measure into the upper bust and the size that you measure into the full bust. Our sizes are listed over here on this side. So if your upper bust measures into a smaller size than your full bust does, there's a good chance you're going to need an FBA, especially if you have that 2-inch difference. I'll have some examples of how to be able to tell your upper bust and full bust and what size that you need to do at the end. First, I want to talk to you about taking the measurements. We've already taken them. I understand. But I wanted to mention and remind you that it's important to get accurate measurements. I know measurements are not always going to be the same. The measurements you take in the morning are going to be different from the measurements you take in the evening. I understand this, and there's going to be some variation. But the closest you can get to accurate, the better it's going to be, because you'll be able to cut out your size that's going to fit better. So speaking of that, when you take your measurements, make sure you round up to the nearest 1/4 inch. So if you measure at, say, 42 1/8, then you're going to want to round that up to 42 1/4 for your upper bust. Yeah, that's my measurement. Yeah, so round up, and if you fall between sizes, say your rounding makes you fall between sizes in your upper bust, between the extra small and the small, round up there too. It'll just help get the fit of your upper bust to be a little bit more comfortable, because we want to make sure that your neckline is not going to be too low and that your sleeves are not going to be too tight, and sometimes that rounding up will do it. All right, so we see that your base size is going to be based upon your upper bust size. That'll be where all your other adjustments and grading will take place once you find that correct base size. Hopefully this will help you. Got a few examples that I'll show you. We'll walk through them together so you can see some base sizes being chosen. One of them will be mine. So why don't you go ahead and follow along with me, and hopefully this will help. All right, let's look at a couple of examples. Okay, so here's the first one. These are actually my measurements. Okay, 42.5 for my upper bust, which is going to be right here, and 46 for my full bust, which is right here. Now, when we do the calculations, upper bust, nope, that's the full bust, minus the upper bust, we get 3.5, which is greater than 2. The 2 is what we're looking for. Okay, then we have that my full bust is in the size 2XL and my upper bust is in the XXL, which makes us have 2 different sizes here. So the XXL will be my base size. This will be the size that I will want to make sure that my neckline and my sleeves match so that they fit me properly. All right, let's look at another example. This example is in black and white. Not for any real particular reason, just to save color ink. Okay, so here we have an upper bust of 33 and a full bust of 45. So 33 and, this is 34.5, which is here in the small. Okay, so we have 2 different sizes there, but we've got 34.5 minus 33, so we get 1.5 inches, which is less than 2. But we also have 2 different sizes. We need to make sure we have both the greater than 2 and 2 different sizes. And because we only have the 2 different sizes, our base size is actually not going to change. From the small is going to be the base size for this particular, for these particular measurements. Okay, I have more. We're going to go over these just so that we make sure we understand this. Okay, here we have a 51 1/4 bust, which is right down here at the 5XL. And then we have an upper bust of a 6XL, 61. Okay, we do the math again. We end up with 9 3/4, and this is greater than 2. And because we measure into 2 different sizes, a full bust adjustment is definitely needed. Base size will be a 5XL. This will be the base with an FBA. Okay, there we go. We're starting to get the hang of this. This isn't too bad. One more example here. We have an upper bust of 34, which is right here, and a full bust of 36 right here at the median. Okay, we do the math. 36 minus 34 equals 2. We are at exactly 2. Okay, but we are 2 sizes different here. Now, this particular one is going to be a little bit more tricky, because you should round up to 1/4 inch if you are between sizes. This 34 may very easily be a 34 1/4. So what's going to happen with this measurement, because of the fact that we quite easily could be between these 2 sizes, what we'll want to do is make a muslin of the excess as the extra small as the base with an FBA. Okay, if the muslin, if the sleeves are tight, the neck feels too high, and it is just a little tight and uncomfortable, this would then be the indication that the small should actually be the base size. So when it comes to these kind of differences, being right here in between these numbers, the need for an FBA, where there is a need for an FBA either way, your base pattern may change depending on how it feels. This is when you're going to use personal preference to decide on your base size. And you're going to have to just sew something up and try it out and see which feels better. Okay, that was my last example. Hopefully those examples help make it a little bit more clear of how to find your base size so that you can sew and be proud of the things that you're going to wear and the things that you're going to sew for yourself. I am so very excited to be showing you this. I would just like to make mention, we're so excited for this size chart and for the addition of the upper bust onto the curvy fit size chart. Now, this is going to work with all of the curvy fit Ellie and Mac patterns. I want you to be sure of that. This isn't something that only works from here on out. It's going to work with all of the previous patterns as well. We're super excited about that. This will be available for download for all of the patterns going forward. We're super excited. This is going to be a wonderful thing with helping with fit and adjustments. And if there is anything else that you want to know about, any other adjustments, let me know in the comments. I would love to be able to help you out with the adjustments that you're interested in. And next time, we're going to sit down and do an actual FBA. It's about time, right? Right. We're going to do it. It's going to be fun. See y'all later. Bye.